Okay.
All fucking day, actually. I'm not start that.
So, welcome to some untitled project. This is a podcast or something that we're potentially going to do. It's not named or thought through much yet, but
we had a space and we jumped.
So
We just got the microphones first, all this equipment, and didn't even know what it cost.
We just set this up right now. We don't know what the hell is going on, but
this will be just a safe space for all people, all ideas. This will be just somewhere people can go to really tuck themselves in at night with some good information and words of wisdom.
Do we have an agenda?
No.
this
No.
is not a meeting, sir.
no.
No.
Oh, no.
No.
No, this is not. No, our agenda is our agenda is the truth.
Oh,
And I
God.
think that too often these days, that's lost among all of the divisiveness.
But no longer.
But no
because
one-
we are here
yeah.
to be your truthers.
Just we're the last bastions of real truths and
technologies.
and not lies.
I feel like you're about to pitch me Herbalife.
Nothing wrong.
Nothing wrong.
just hear. Hey, you know what?
3 easy payments.
Hear us out and enjoy.
Enjoy. So
Oh, yeah.
I have the honor this evening of starting our first point of discussion, and I just want to tell you guys here that it's the one I know you don't want to talk about the most.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to get it over with right away.
Oh, fuck.
Okay? I'm going to introduce this with a quote. Don't look.
I can't read sideways.
Even before the proceedings started, North Dakota Senator Kevin Cramer released a statement saying, "Welcome to the stupidest week in the Senate." So,
I missed this, actually.
so Trump was acquitted.
All right.
They needed 67 to vote guilty. They got 57.
Oh, whoops.
And 43 voted not guilty. Okay. But I had a question. A couple days ago, did y'all know what was going on with like the GOP senators getting up in the middle of the trial and talking with Trump's defense team? Like, what was that all about? You remember seeing that, or?
I saw a snippet of that. but,
What were
like,
they?
That was my question for you.
What?
They were talking strategy. Like someone admitted as much.
Wasn't it like they're
But
like...
can you do that?
This is whatever strategy this was.
It apparently worked.
Damn. Like a couple days in, it's funny.
Yeah,
it's like
it's
so
already
many
over.
people. This was so many people's
Was it?
like this was their big thing. It was like we're gonna.
Was it though?
We're gonna get him at the end. When he's not even
yeah.
president now. We're gonna get him.
Okay.
Fucking finally.
Can you go to jail,
something.
though? Can you go to jail, though?
I mean, yes, for
Well,
so many
that's
other
separate.
things
So
too.
so this was
And-
not a criminal trial.
Yeah.
That's separate and will probably
Oh, well,
still
then fuck
happen.
this. Let's just go straight to that
Well,
one.
this was the point of this was that he could not he could not hold public
Okay.
office ever again in his life, which we all know
Wait,
is
wait.
a threat.
Was that-
he would do it
was-
again.
Was that the point of this?
Yes.
Because
Oh, so
yes.
that thing you said like
that would
15
be
times.
that would be a separate thing for them to decide after they do the
No.
impeachment vote.
No.
And the impeachment vote itself doesn't mean you can't run for office again.
It's the first step. You
Yeah.
you have to have the impeachment before you cannot run for office again.
So they would have, but they would have to do. There's something after.
there's like
that.
another vote.
So,
that would
but
have
even
to
if they
take
got the
place.
Republicans somehow to want to impeach him, do you think that they were going to get the after vote of never letting him run again?
Well,
like
I don't know, but you could tell that a lot of the Republicans were starting to backtrack when all this stuff was fresh, and even after, it was looking really bad, and they didn't want to be involved in that. And they even got 7 Republicans to
Yeah.
vote guilty on this. I mean, that's not a lot. They needed 10 more, but
Except for Ted Cruz.
yeah,
okay, well, whole nother thing.
it's probably more than they could have got to vote on stimulus or something.
Well,
yeah.
I just thought it was interesting.
I mean, but that's again, that speaks to how useless it is. Like,
Of course.
the fact that they're even willing to do it means nothing. Like, kind of. Like, I don't know. To me, I mean, it's just like it's not.
What?
It should be way more of an indictment
Yeah.
of the Republican Party too, because
Yeah,
it's
that
like
would
they're
be
really
cool.
trying to turn this into like, look, mean bad Trump, and now we're gonna save our party by turning it around and being like, oh no, actually we all have fundamental disagreements with him and blah blah blah.
Right.
It's like, no, like y'all did this shit the whole time. All he is the extreme representation of all of their views, like all the time. Like,
Yeah, right.
So it's not. it's not anything they don't support anyways.
That would have been a lot cooler to have like a whole.
But instead, you have the Republicans also pretending like they have moral outrage about what Trump did to their party or whatever. But they don't fucking care. They only care because he lost.
I agree. I think they only care now because some of them were put in danger, and now it affects them
Yeah,
personally, and so that's
Yeah.
where some of this is coming from too. It's
that's true.
now it affects me. Now I'm pissed. You know
I
what I mean?
read it where like some guy was like, I forgot what one dude, like it was like a huge shouting match between him and Trump, and like the dude and not Trump was like, you know who the fuck I am, and so on, and like him and a handful of other senators were pretty pissed that they were like pretty much directly calling to him to like call it off, and he was like, well, they seem like upset people, so maybe they have some like.
Oh, there was a
legitimate
call
concern.
leaked. I think I know what you're talking about.
Oh, the call that was leaked. What?
Not leaked. It was they had like testimony heard on trial. They wouldn't call the witness, and I'll get into that in a second. But they had this phone call like read into the record. That's what it is. And it was Trump calling. Was it McConnell? Someone on the day, and they were like, Trump, what's up? Like. There's people rioting, and he's like, no, that's Antifa, and he's like, no, these are your supporters. He's like, oh, well, I guess they're just more upset about what happened with the vote than you are. And that is what got read into the record, and that is what helped, I think. Well, let me explain. Okay.
Well, but that was like, I mean, I knew Trump had that. He expressed that sentiment on Twitter during the the Capitol riots. He was literally saying like, Mike Pence is so weak for not standing up for our country. Like only like now y'all have to save our country because Mike Pence is a baby or whatever. Like he was saying that at the time.
Yeah, he like canceled Pence, and then on the ground his supporters were like, hang Mike Pence.
Yeah.
Time to get him.
Yeah.
It was like real time. It was super scary.
Yeah.
That's insane. But basically, so what happened with the witness with the trial is that they wanted to call that witness. And then the defense team was like, okay, well, if you call that witness, we're going to call dozens of witnesses, and we're going to drag this trial out for the next like however many weeks. And so both Republicans and Democrats were like, we don't want that. Let's vote to not have any witnesses. And so the next step in a trial, I guess, is just closing remarks. So they effectively ended the trial because they didn't want this to go on forever. But what happened was we still had Republicans at this point questioning like the validity of holding an impeachment trial for a president that is no longer president. And so there are some Republicans that were like saying, yes, what he did was wrong, but we shouldn't even be having this trial, and so I'm going to vote not guilty.
Yeah.
You see, and that's really crappy because what they're doing is like letting themselves off the hook. You know what I mean? That's pretty shady. But
I mean, but that's just such a Republican move, though. It's like, well, technically, he's not even.
Yeah, so I'm not even going to give you my opinion on if he should have done that or not, because we shouldn't be talking about this. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm really
cool.
glad the internet exists because I was about to bring something up, and then I looked it up on my phone and fact check it. Not true.
Of what?
It doesn't matter. It's
Doesn't
not
matter.
true.
Oh, cool.
It doesn't matter.
Nice.
Say it
I like that. I like a personal fact check. Good call. Good call, bud. Well, there is some good stuff that came out of here. I want to read y'all what Bernie said during the trial. It's very short, but
I heard people were pissed at Bernie for some reason. I don't remember.
About the trial?
I don't know. On Twitter, I just heard people not like.
I mean, he did just. He like barely pushed back against Neera Tanden at the confirmation hearing for her.
Oh, really?
So like, yeah, that sucks.
Why do you think that was?
Towing party lines.
I mean, he said what he needed to say to her, but he's probably gonna vote for her confirmation because he feels like he has to. I don't fucking know.
I guess.
I gotta be nice.
It is just bullshit because she's just one of the most like outwardly like antagonistic figures to like all of the left, like
and that's
any
such a Trump thing,
progressive.
right? It's like, why do we have another Twitter warrior already? Like, we just got rid of that.
I don't want
please.
this fucking troll. Like, Twitter,
troll.
Yeah, and she's just fucking horrible. Like she's attacked like everyone you can think of that was supportive of Bernie, like during the campaign. That's online, like, and basically just lied excessively about Bernie's campaign, saying it was backed by Russians and shit.
Cool.
Is this the one who she was like, we ought to build the Middle East because we bombed them and it was really costly? And
What?
I think I know what you're talking about. It's okay, but it's about in the Hillary emails that were released through WikiLeaks. She was talking about Libya.
Is that the right person, though?
Yeah,
Like,
and there were emails where Neera Tanden is talking about Libya, and she's saying, like, I don't know why I don't think it would be crazy to suggest that we, use some of their oil as like payback for like what for our expenses,
waging
like
war.
Basically, in their country,
Cool.
removing Gaddafi. And
You're already
all
taking
that.
the oil. What now? You're just gonna ask permission? Like I'm confused.
It's like, well, no, we deserve it because we helped you. We got rid of your government.
Well, I want to read you what Bernie said.
Oh yeah.
All right. So Senator Sanders asked during the question and answer session, are the prosecutors right when they claim that Trump was telling a big lie? Or in your judgment, did Trump actually win the election? And I thought this was pretty cheeky. Trump lawyer Michael Vanderveen shot back, my judgment? Who asked that? I did, Sanders replied. My judgment is irrelevant. You represent the President of the United States, Sanders yelled back before presiding officer gavelled the chamber back to order. So I like that he's got some fight left in him. Even if he's being weird about Neera, all right, he's still out there. He's mad. I like that.
But again, I mean, it's so easy to be mad at this. And I mean, like, I'm not like criticizing him because he's mad, about everything else too.
He's got reason to be mad, yeah.
He's doing what he can, I think, in the role he has now as chairman. And I think that, like, he's going to do what he can, and he's going to have to work with the shittiest people, and he's going to hate all of them, but he's going to fucking do it because he thinks it's the only way to get it done. And maybe right now that's true, even though it's not fucking what I want to see. I don't want to see him fucking chumming it up with fucking Neera Tanden and shit. I don't think he should have any kind of working relationship with her after what she's done to him and, like, his supporters. Like, it's fucking horrible.
Has Ossoff done anything?
Oh, yeah, he lied about those $2,000 checks.
Yeah, but I mean, has he done anything?
That's all I know.
Dang, that's all I know too. I literally have not heard one word.
There's an account that's like, has Joe Biden done anything yet? And it updates every fucking day.
Nice.
Like,
what he hasn't done.
Yeah, and it's like the same 5 updates where it's like he didn't do this, and it's just like if you have to put on mute basically because it'll wake you up in the middle of the morning.
It's so funny to like think about like when people like you can bring up some things he's done, and I will admit there's been a couple things that I've been like, oh shit, cool, okay, cool, good.
But then there's also ones where
it's also like there's so many things I can just think of, like just that
he could so easily take care of,
do,
right?
Even if it's just a step to that, like I don't know, I'm just.
Yeah, the amount of people that are creaming their pants over the XL pipeline getting canceled were like, yeah. And then like days
whoa,
later.
Whoa, chill.
They don't understand.
They don't understand.
Days later, they were like 31 pipelines approved in the United States, though. It's like, okay, I feel like.
So what was the argument that the permits already.
Those are drilling permits.
Yeah, and they already existed or something before his presidency, but he didn't stop them, or what was the
deal
with that?
He basically, those just, he didn't stop those. There was some that he did, but those, like, there were some that. Obviously, he's not a president. He's like, I stop all drilling now.
No, that would be, no.
He didn't do that. I didn't think he would do that.
Did you see that?
But like, and that's not like my main criticism either. Right. It's just that I don't think that he's headed in like even the right direction. I think that what he's done already is like, enough to like save face and be like, look, we're back to caring about this, and he's not going to make the change like needed. But I mean, the Keystone XL thing is, we talked about it before, and Kat was basically, you were telling me that it's pretty likely that they could easily pick it up again once they get some concessions out of like once they're like, oh, we'll make the pipeline have these standards, and like
they're just gonna change a couple things, not stop the pipeline. They're just gonna make a few quick adjustments.
Waiting period of 3 months
to please anyone who it will please, and get back on their way. I mean,
I really fucking hope not.
Yeah, that'd be great if they didn't. I will eat my words, but I just don't see that happening. Yeah. I hope I'm wrong. Please.
Wasn't there another oil spill like fucking?
There just was recently. Yeah, and it was bad. It was in wasn't it in the Bay?
Oh, where was it?
Isn't the Bay like California or something, or like off the coast of California?
I don't remember.
I think it was.
I had to like rebrush on.
I'm gonna look over
was it Deepwater Ocean? Fuck, I forgot what the fuck it was called. The name of the rig and the incident, the BP oil spill.
The BP, Deepwater Horizon.
Yeah, Deepwater Horizon. I had to like look up the CG whatever thing of like the reenactment of like what went wrong. we invested in that company, and they're coming east. It was basically just like,
oh, that was the one tied up with the city council thing.
It was a huge Chevron spill. That was off California.
It's basically BP getting like the cheapest company possible that like barely followed OSHA guidelines, and then they were just like, oh, what it just catastrophically failed because we didn't have current that, like the bolts were bad. Just like people who aren't trained well enough to know XYZ to do this and that. They just like cut all kinds of corners, and they're like, oh shit, we caused a huge disaster on accident.
Yikes.
So, yeah, Chevron spilled 600 gallons of fuel into San Francisco Bay.
And this has just happened.
Yeah, this just happened on Tuesday. Yep.
Fuck, do you guys see that video of like
Look at that shit. That looks horrible.
That's gross.
Oh man.
Per minute, 5 gallons per minute to spill into the bay.
Did you see those 18-wheelers hitting each other in that pileup at Fort Worth?
I saw over 120 vehicles were involved in the
There's the one where it's
crash in Fort Worth.
There's the one where it's like it shows the overarching one, and you just see him. But then there's the one where the guy's like, holy shit. He's just standing there, and it's just like 18-wheeler. Fucking like going like 70 miles per hour, like into people that aren't moving
And
at all.
it was dark when this happened, and it was like
nighttime.
ice on the roads, right? So people just didn't
Ice on the
look
roads.
ahead or
Nobody
what?
knows. Like by the time you realize that you're not in control, you're
Like it's too late.
Yeah, like we don't.
God.
We had no salt on our roads. We don't know what happened. When's the last time you ran into ice?
No. Texas is fully
never.
unprepared for any ice related.
Doing 60 miles or 70 miles an hour.
No,
So
I have no idea what to
do. It was
do.
a huge stretch of road that just had ice on it, and everyone was just like, "Oh fuck!" and nobody could figure out until it was like way too late. And we don't have anything. There's no like warning.
With ice, is it like hydroplaning when like you slamming on the brake and trying to steer makes it worse?
You have traction, and all of a sudden you have no traction.
So I'm like slamming on the brake makes it worse.
Yes, actually, yes.
Yeah.
It's that weird like you're not in control of this, you're out of control of shit.
Right.
You gotta like literally if you start turning left, you're supposed to turn the wheel right and all kinds of insane shit. And then sometimes it still doesn't work. That's just like you do this and then you hope you don't die.
Oh, that's really sad. A lot of people got hurt.
Yeah, it was zero. It was
They need to fucking I don't understand. Like they needed like so many charges against Chevron. Like what the fuck?
For this, yeah.
Crimes against fucking humanity. Like,
I mean, how did they say how it happened? Like, what's their excuse? Like, what?
Oh, I don't know.
What was the accident or whatever?
Let's read their statement.
Didn't Vice already do a huge expose where they like already been like they've been known about the damages for like the last like 40 years and they're still like
That's Exxon.
Okay, it's the other. Yeah,
it's the
other oil giant.
But at approximately 3 p.m. today, the Richmond refinery observed a sheen on the water near the Richmond refinery wharf.
Nice.
You put all this fucking jargon in your fucking press release statement about your spill, so we don't know what the hell happened. So the sheen on the water.
Isolate the oil.
They don't say
the release.
They never say in
what
here.
happened.
Yeah, it says they saw a sheen on the water.
Why spill?
Which was that's the oil spill. They don't say that though, and then they just say that they immediately initiated the response protocol to begin working to isolate and contain the release.
Are you telling me they didn't put hashtag oil spill in their press release?
And,
do you think it'll be like when BP spilled here, they started doing all this like stuff to try and make up for it? So do you think like that's the new Chevron in San Francisco? Is like,
oh wow,
is there going to be like a Chevron equity workshop oversight board now or whatever?
Yeah,
we're doing with HCAP down here.
Yeah,
that's run by the people who committed the crimes.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, probably.
Probably, yeah. They're probably looking at BP right now.
Biden will be like, Exxon, you have to start giving laptops to every kid in San Francisco.
You got like lap dances.
I swear that someone told me one time. I think it was someone maybe that I work with or something was saying that like they lived in a small like town in Texas somewhere, and like there was a refinery explosion or something like that to where. And then, like, the company that was responsible for it, their way of, like, paying back the town was just they just, like, bought computers for the school, for the high school or something.
Cool.
It was something like that.
Very cool.
So maybe Biden will do something like that. He'll be like, Chevron.
Papa Biden.
Chevron, you gotta.
Earth Guardian Biden.
You gotta open charter school.
Captain Planet Biden.
You gotta open a
Chevron.
Talking
about bullshit charity.
Huh?
What?
Are we talking about bullshit charity?
Yeah. What Chevron's gonna do in San Francisco
to make up for this?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So this just in, hot off the press. DoorDash spent $5.5 million to advertise their $1 million charity donation.
Wow.
Makes sense to me.
That's fucking wild.
Nice.
Didn't those motherfuckers just become billionaires too? The DoorDash
DoorDash,
people?
probably.
I think they did.
It's a pandemic after all.
Yeah.
Dude, Amazon was stealing.
It's only right.
It only makes sense.
It's only right. They must have seen it coming.
Amazon was stealing fucking tips.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
for like a long time, like years.
Yeah, they were literally like, we don't even have the data to like properly express how long this probably was going on.
That's
for.
insane.
And
That's
didn't
wild.
they like? So they took some of their tips and they used it to pay like their base pay.
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
using it to pay them instead of paying them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Cool.
I like that.
Never enough from 30
That's
capitalists.
intelligent as fuck.
Well, I mean, like, honestly, it's kind of smart when you think about
That's
it.
what I'm
And
saying.
Jeff Bezos never. He never.
I mean,
would-
if you're a
he
piece of
never
shit, it's
would've-
pretty fucking clever,
Never
yeah.
would have got
If
to
you're not
where
gonna
he
get away.
was if you didn't do stuff like that. You know, to be so creative. But that's just like that's fucking hustle right there. That's
That's
know,
pulling yourself up by them bootstraps.
That's he
Motivation
has the
Monday.
work ethic.
Motivation
He has the work
Mondays.
ethic to think of inventive ways to steal from his employees that he doesn't pay living wages to.
Right. That's why he's the guy in charge. He
I'll-
comes up with the big brain ideas.
All right, what's next?
Yeah.
Keep this on the rails.
All right. Well, so NPR is putting a database together of all the people who are arrested from the Capitol insurrection.
Oh, cool.
So far, there's over 200. And
Nice.
I found one that's really funny, and it made me think that I will continue to read the database and bring out back really funny ones.
Okay, let's just for 1 second,
Okay.
just humor this.
All right.
There were a lot of fucking people at
Mm-hmm.
the Capitol riots.
Mm-hmm.
And they're all on video. Some of them are like yelling their own names at the top of their lungs. So the fact that only 200 of them
Is
have
really
been arrested,
pathetic.
and I know there were nights in Houston downtown,
Yeah.
where more than 200 people
Like thousands?
were arrested in one night. Probably like upwards of maybe 200, 250, 300 in
for
a
like
night.
one night.
And then thousands
Yeah,
over a
dude.
weekend or
Yeah.
4 or 5 days. Like that's the kind of shit that was happening here to fucking make sure that protests were fucking squashed and that people were not out in the streets.
I had that exact thought. I was like, didn't they do 200 people a night?
A
Or
night,
a night
yeah.
in Houston, like just to push this shit down. They like
Okay.
followed us all to our homes. like,
They had like a quota.
And we were not like live streaming the whole thing.
No.
Yeah.
I was not like
Everyone
in-
had like masks on.
covered.
It's not
And
like, we weren't all like in Nancy Pelosi's office being like, "Yo, like fucking look at us, like check out my fucking Instagram." Like
there were
Yeah.
live streamers literally like, my name is blah, 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 and
Yeah.
I'm here at the Capitol,
Yeah.
and here it is,
Like,
and we broke in. What?
filming themselves there.
Saying their full names,
Just
where
fucking-
they're from, their social media account.
Yeah.
They might as well have like signed in and like left their wallets.
Yeah, people
still.
like commenting on Facebook posts, and they're responding with like, "No, I was there because blah blah blah, and we saw this." And it's like, okay, well, very difficult to find you.
They learned the law like the hard way. Every protester learned, like only like protesters actually being like careful.
Because we know that we're like not wanted. We know that like
Yeah.
we are targets. They were like, oh, they're on our side. They're happy
And
we're
for
here.
the most part, it seems
That's
like
kinda
yeah,
true.
Yeah, because it seems like there's still I don't
a
know.
lot of people who are unarrested and
Who
left
walked-
alone.
There are people who like walked
Should
like
be-
into these fucking offices who are probably
Yeah.
still out there laughing about it,
and I
which
think-
is
Hunting down
Wild.
council members.
I think the people they are getting are like they are like it's not to say they're not hunting people to fuck down, but I feel like the people that they are hunting down are the like people who like actually got like screwed in with all the fucky shit. Like I think like the murder people, like the guy who killed the dude, and
Oh.
I think they're getting people who are really close to like.
But the dude who was in
They have to. If they're gonna arrest anyone, they have to go for those people first.
Yeah.
I mean,
like the guy who was with all the fucking zip ties
Yeah,
with the
what the
tactical gear and
hell?
shit.
that
Yeah,
was
hell yeah.
wild. He had a whole inventory.
He
on
came
his
ready.
like
Well,
that.
so these stories are telling like how they got caught, how they got
Okay.
arrested. So it's really funny sometimes. There's one I want to read you, and I think we should insert this picture like when we, when we do the
Oh,
video
yeah.
because
I
it's this
fucking-
guy
That
everyone
guy is
knows.
I
great.
fucking hate
Yeah,
this
and
guy,
it's this.
man.
It's a great picture for what I'm about to read you.
This
too.
Oh
is
no
the
no
guy-
he's
I
I
saw
got him confused with the
a
porn
headline that was saying it was comparing like somebody fucking takes something out of a fucking store during during a fucking
Like looting?
looting someone loots a store
Yeah.
and that's like fucking oh look this fucking looter you took a fucking whatever and then like this dude is literally carrying the Senate lectern
Yeah.
out of the fucking halls of Congress and it says man who was carrying lectern like it does not use the word looting at all.
No.
It actually makes it sound kind of nice.
Kind of fine.
He just was
nice.
he was just
A man
carrying
and
it
his
around.
lectern.
He was just carrying it around.
Well, this man's name is Adam Christian Johnson. He's 36 years old from Bradenton, Florida.
Sounds about white.
Adam
Wait.
John.
Bradenton?
Bradenton.
Oh hell yeah!
You know where that is?
That's where my grandma lives.
Nice.
That seems very.
You
apt.
could have. They might be friends.
No.
Good. That's
No.
good. Well, Adam Johnson, prosecutors allege, is the man whom a photographer captured widely smiling and waving while carrying House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's lectern. A person who knew Johnson through a mutual friend allegedly identified him to the FBI after seeing his photo. The day after the riots, Capitol staff found the lectern in a corridor inside the Capitol building. One of Johnson's attorneys, Dan Eckert, told reporters that the photo of Johnson carrying the lectern presents a serious problem for his client's defense. I don't know how else to explain that, but yeah, that would be a problem, Eckert said. I'm not a magician. That's this guy's legal team. So the charges don't matter.
The charge is carrying. Carrying lecturing.
I thought that was pretty cool. I'm going to look at those, trying to fall asleep and see if there's any really funny ones like that.
You've been checking out all the different ones.
I've been perusing, yeah.
You've been trying to see if there's anybody in Texas.
Oh,
or
I
Houston.
certainly did do that. And there have been people in Texas and
Yeah.
from Richmond, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Cops from Houston.
We do
Yeah.
have Houston cops on that list. I don't know if it's on this list.
How high do you think it is likely that we were actually within the vicinity of he was from like the?
I've been looking for him.
He was from like the Asian district that like we did the Trump rally thing at.
Yeah.
And he was like, his name was like look like he Vietnamese, like he's from like the same area, and like.
Okay, what? Okay, keep going.
Continue. I was like, I was gonna try it, but yeah, no, he was just like, I don't know. I felt like I feel like I almost recognized the dude that they like fingered for that was like from Houston.
Well, shit. Like maybe we saw him at that fucking Stop the Steal rally. Probably, honestly.
Yeah, I've been looking for people like that, like some of those organizers on the
Like
Facebook
that
page.
one dude.
Oh, that dude.
That
I don't even want to say his name.
I don't know his fucking.
I
name.
know his name.
Don't say his name.
I'm not saying his name.
Who was the one that pulled at the event? You did, right?
Who what?
For the Stop the Steal rally.
Mm-hmm.
So like, what's with that group? Like, what are they doing?
Oh, I don't know. I've just been looking on them for the arrest database for the
they were
Capitol
like-
insurrection because
But-
they were going and
but
happy about it.
Like that there were even that many like fucking cops and ex-military people
in
in
this small sample already.
willing
Yeah.
to go fucking right into the Capitol building it's wild.
Who killed themselves again? It's been two people, but they've been both cops, right?
So 2 cops killed themselves after this.
I'll bet it's because they're like, man,
Because their
if
whole
they find my shit.
worldview has been shattered. They're like, these were my people.
Well, also a lot of cops are like terrified to go to
Betrayed
jail
me.
too.
But those
in my
were,
own capital.
they were my boys. Trouble's my boy.
I don't know about.
Why you do this to me?
He abandoned me.
He abandoned
Turned his
me.
back on me. Where was he? He said I was marching down there with you guys, and he never marched. Trump didn't march.
Break open a cold one with the Capitol boys.
Oh fuck. Oh, I just have a horrible joke.
Oh yeah, double,
Okay, what is it?
No,
No,
double
say it.
meaning.
No, say it.
no, it's very disrespectful. I'm not saying it. Oh really? He made the sign of a cross over his pentagram necklace. Okay, cool.
I was being respectful to the dead.
I like that. I'm gonna take that as a good faith. Yeah. Thanks,
so.
Mal.
Because
Cool.
there was no wood to knock on.
So talking cops, y'all remember that video back when the protests were a big thing? 2 Buffalo, New York cops knocked over this old guy on the cement,
Oh, yeah.
cracked his head
Oh,
open.
yeah, yeah.
He started bleeding from his ears. He got a brain injury. He stayed in the hospital for like a month.
If you want to ruin your day, listen to the audio of that.
Yeah, I did that on accident.
Oh my
I didn't,
God,
that
it's
sucked. Well, those 2 officers have been cleared
Of all charges.
Of
and
all
then-
charges.
of all charges.
We should just have like a tally every time like another cop gets on.
Yeah, the police union representing them stated the men were simply following departmental procedure. Days after the incident, I didn't remember this back then, Trump retweeted a conspiracy theory that accused the elderly man of rigging fake blood under his mask to flow up upon his fall. As if he planned that and put blood under his mask to spew out of his ears on purpose to stage how the cops were mistreating protesters.
I'm honestly surprised they didn't sprinkle some
How
crack
did I
on him
miss that
afterwards,
tweet?
What? That was a tweet by
That was a tweet
Trump,
a few
right?
days later by Trump.
Like, yeah.
Nice.
Damn, that's one. That's got to be one of the best ones. Like
That's
out of all of the
insane.
conspiracy like things he's said about people he doesn't like, that's up there. That's pretty wild.
I'm impressed with that one.
yeah.
Surprised they weren't like, well, the old man smoked weed in high school, so what do you?
Yeah, right.
What do you
What are you
expect?
gonna do?
What are you gonna do? He's in your way. He's in your way.
Well, there was some director of some whatever that was quoted in that article, and I thought I liked what she said. State-sponsored violence is not considered violence, so we just excuse it when it's coming from somebody wearing a uniform, and that's what I see here in this case. So that was very sad.
Yeah, that
sucks.
was because that video. They're clearly like they push him down, and one of them's like fucking.
Holy shit!
They just walk away. They walked right away.
One dude did like one split second of like holy shit, and the other guy was like, dude, like get the fuck like.
The other cops are like, he's bleeding. Call an ambulance. He's bleeding. Like they're freaking out. And the cops are like, fuck it, skedaddle him. That was lame, and it sucks being that guy because like he's waited all these months for this like verdict to come back, and it's just like, sucks for you. And like he's got a cane now.
Shite.
There's something wrong with his ears. He's never going to be the same. He had a brain injury.
Yeah,
that sucks.
Damn, that's horrible.
That was really damn stupid.
There's like psychedelic like sluts, Antifa sluts, or whatever the fuck that thing. I forgot that one guy said. I don't know. There was like some. Didn't the My Pillow guy say something?
About slutty Antifa?
Yeah.
He said I really hate Antifa, but I saw a couple of Antifa sluts the other day and they were looking pretty nice.
And they were hiding psychedelics.
Yeah, he did.
And they were hiding psychedelics or something. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. I was like a whisper.
No, I'm just kidding. I have no idea what Mal's talking about.
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
What are you talking about?
I don't know what you're talking about.
What are you talking about?
He got it down to a T. That was exactly what the fucking story was.
There's no way.
There's no
Yeah, the
fucking
mic.
way.
What? Yeah.
He said
really
that?
crazy.
Yes.
He said
no.
He said like I don't. He's like yeah, I hate Antifa, but I like
I was
those
like the
Antifa
My
sluts.
I was like, yeah, I was like,
What?
I said,
Prove it. Look it up. There's no way he guessed
I
that.
said a tiny piece of the quote, and he got like the whole quote.
Did you
minus
like say it
the
and like I didn't realize it?
I don't know.
And
Mike-
he like picked up on it
Mike
subconsciously.
Lindell, Antifa sluts. Is what I'm typing in. That better be.
Wow.
That better be it.
Antifa.
That's not the same thing I said.
The rioters.
He says the rioters were drugged by Antifa sluts.
Oh, okay, my bad. My bad.
Is there a video
I'm
of him saying
relieved.
this?
My bad. I got it.
I'm relieved that like some weird juju
Okay,
stuff
this
not
is
just
dope
happened.
though. Okay, listen. This is what he said. The rioters were hypnotized by Antifa temptresses who hid psychoactive drugs in their vaginas. If you look at the video, many of the rioters had crazed looks in their eyes.
Huh?
They were
That's how they
hypnotized
get you.
by Antifa temptresses.
Sirens, if you will.
Yes, sirens. Sirens.
Because that's also
the
another one of their
BLM
big,
sirens.
Succubi.
That's another one of their big narratives that they're just like, these people are just doing it for all the mad
So what,
pussy.
suck the youth
Yeah,
out of your
I
soul
don't
so
know.
they can live forever? What is this
Like,
narrative?
that's why the kids join Antifa to get like
It's
laid.
all the meth
you know?
and pussy.
Yeah.
That's why people protest. Is so they can
drugs and sex? Is this sex, drugs, rock and roll all over again?
Yeah.
Yeah, you never been to just like a fucking
Orgy?
BLM protest,
A BLM orgy?
BLM
It's
protest
not my first
that
Friday
turns into a fucking Burning Man regional
Yeah.
at the end. You never.
Complete with
You see
like
that?
everybody
We
get-
can't even like walk on the sidewalk. I don't like. I don't know. That sounds awesome, but no.
Did you see my lighter again?
Like we can't even like move around.
You never candy flipped at an ICE protest?
Holy shit.
You
You haven't lived unless you candy flip at a nice protest.
Oh my god! Y'all need to stop. Please.
The rioters were hypnotized by Antifa temptresses. They hid psychoactive drugs in their vaginas. This is just.
But where
This
is
is
this
brilliant.
coming from?
Hell of a way to take that shit.
Why?
This is just.
What is he jumping off of? What was the starting
Use
point?
the context clues.
Well, can I hear the rest, please?
People attacked the Capitol. How would that have happened?
They would only have
How
done
could?
it
Yeah, exactly.
if Trump gave them Molly
Trump must have given
to plug.
Yes.
No, but he did give him like a bunch of like fucking places to like a bunch of water and like tents and shit and places to like congregate and then
Maybe they were all on those pills that
then he
Alex
said, "Let's
Jones
go that way."
sells. Whatever pills Alex Jones sells.
Does he make
they
that
were all
out of
on
his
that.
own like bodily fluids?
It's called brain juice.
It's frog water.
It's called yeah. But yeah, the rails.
I don't want to have to keep going over this. We
Actually,
Newsmax
Mike,
have not been able to
wait.
verify any of those
Wait a minute.
allegations that
Wait,
you're
Mike,
oh,
hold on a second. Everybody hold on a second. Mike, hold on 1 second.
I'm out of here.
Machines. We have 100% proof.
You're talking about machines that we at Newsmax have not been able to verify any of those kinds of allegations.
I want to see.
I want to know. can you show?
I want to see Mal.
That's
on
how long
a-
it takes
on a
before
shiny...
between.
Oh, what I was gonna say is
Segue.
that this is not the video I was looking for, because I was trying to find whatever he said that
Wow. Hey, okay. All right. Good morning, Trevor. Yes.
wherever he said the Antifa sluts thing. I was trying to find that.
Oh, yeah, I'd
but
like to see that, too.
But this is when he was like fucking told on Newsmax that he can't keep saying the election fraud shit. You saw this?
Yeah.
No, but I can see what she was yelling at him.
Yeah, but basically, like he just keeps going on, like, oh, like we can prove it. It was definitely stolen. All this shit, and they're like, actually, we can't. On Newsmax, like they've been saying this stuff the whole time.
They're like, you're gonna get us in trouble now. Stop.
And recently, I feel like some networks I think have kind of gotten in trouble for some of those claims, or there was some lawsuits being filed against some people for just
like against Dominion, probably.
I think it was
they were,
Dominion,
like, libel or slander or something.
Yeah, just because of what they had been saying about it, that was just completely untrue. And then now I guess even Newsmax has to like toe that line. They have to be like, no, this is so wrong that we can't even say it, and we can say,
and we're pretty. The standard's pretty low over
Yeah,
here.
like
we
Sandy
pretty
Hook.
much say whatever.
Sandy Hook denial level of a piece of shit.
Yeah, literally.
Damn, yeah.
Like that's what it's got.
Election night. Our great president.
Mike, I don't want to discuss. Mike, we're not going to get into the minutiae of the details.
Oh fuck! When that guy's shutting you up.
Yeah, oh my God, when Sebastian Gorka tells you, look, man, we can't get into that. We can't get into
You're
that.
You're speaking crazy right
much.
now.
Yeah, that's wild.
Fucking, I don't think anybody's backtracked harder than what's his fucking face though. That preacher who was like, so they say fucking Biden won, ha ha ha.
Oh,
and then he just
that
laughed,
guy,
like cackled like a maniac for like 15 minutes, and then like the next day was like, all right, well he lost, and Trump needs to just hurry and get on up and get up out of that White House now.
Get on up, out. Go on, get.
Okay, what else is on your little list there?
Y'all want to talk about a movement for a people's party? Yes.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Oh, we'll have to. Yeah, we'll see.
Wait,
what
why?
So let me
Is that
do
a
a
long
little
convo? Or?
No.
Oh.
Let me do a little introduction for you. For the people, not the billionaires. So far, so good.
Cool.
Single payer health care, free public college, money out of politics, and infrastructure jobs program, $15 minimum wage plus inflation or whatever, financial regulations, and more. Okay, so far, so good. Sounds fine. So there's been some drama.
Where?
On Twitter, online. There's two kinds that I've found. One has to do with some criticism that this party isn't socialist enough. And I've got an opinion on that, but where that's coming from, Howie Hawkins.
Oh, the Green Party.
Well, I don't know. Someone said that he said this.
Okay.
I didn't see him say it. I didn't look that deep, but they were saying.
There's your problem.
What problem?
Right there.
What?
I didn't hear him say this, but
Right.
I didn't look
Yeah, I want to know if he said that. Or
Right.
not.
So I'm going to tell you what it is
Before I even
while
know
you're
what it
finding.
is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then I'll let you do
No,
that.
I'm just kidding. Go. Tell me.
Howie Hawkins recently gave an interview in which he claimed MPP excluded him from the People's Convention because the Green Party was too socialist. That is untrue. This is a statement from MPP saying that all of this, what happened with Howie, just didn't occur. So that's what makes me think someone, I don't know.
Sounds like some bullshit.
Socialists did speak at our convention, and we were proud of it. Many of our members are socialist. I'm a member of DSA. This is Nick Brana, the guy who pretty much started this. He worked on Bernie's campaign. This is basically Bernie's platform is how they started it. And then they met this year to decide what they want the rest of the platform to look like. We also encourage people to vote their conscience throughout the election. If you share our vision of a party free of corporate money and support a transformationally progressive agenda, the kind that Bernie ran on, we welcome you, whether you consider yourself a socialist or not. These policies, including Medicare for All, a Green New Deal, basic income, ending mandatory minimum sentencing, and free public college, have the proven ability to unite the country. Coming together around such an agenda is exactly what we need to do to win and better the lives of hundreds of millions of people. We respect the Green Party, but the majority of Americans believe that we need a major new party, and so do we. We wish them love and solidarity and look forward to our elected officials working together to revolutionize America. Okay, so they have also tweeted in response a couple different times about the Green Party, saying things like, our goal is a little different from the Greens. We say we want to be a major new party, not just a leftist party. Greens have a good platform. Look, I love it. He's already reacting. Greens have a good platform, but I'm not sure it can appeal to red state voters. Another response. One more. Hold on, Mal. Hold on, man. While the Green Party seeks to be seeks to be just another left party. We, the MPP, want a major new party. We're progressive populists, and we want to use the Bernie strategy of appealing to the left, independents, and moderate Republicans we can pull away from the far right. Hold on. Hold on. I've got more. No, I know.
Who's speaking right now?
Okay,
That
chill,
was
chill,
That's
chill.
that's the party. Okay. Or that's organization.
The movement for a people's
That's
party.
organization preparing this party.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So Ryan Knight on Twitter. Are you familiar?
Yeah, I know.
Okay. So he.
Wait,
on
I
February-
honestly almost think that you should leave names out of this so far. Let's not like associate who is. Do you know about this already?
What?
No.
You don't.
No, I don't.
Okay, let's not associate names with people who are have either one side or another on this
Okay,
party.
that makes sense.
Because
Okay.
I don't want
Yeah.
him to like it or not like it based on who's associated with it, and that seems
But
kind
that's
of
so interesting.
that seems kind of like, well, then we'll see when we tell
Okay,
him.
okay.
Then we'll see.
It's kind of
Okay.
endorsement.
Because
Okay.
yeah,
All right. So someone on Twitter who's got a popular following in a podcast
we already said that.
says, I'm stepping back for now from the advisory council of the People's Party. I believe we need a viable third party in America that represents the interests of people, not corporations.
I saw that
But
specific post.
oh, you did?
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Okay, but I believe it must be rooted in socialism. I wish them nothing but solidarity in their vision. MPP responded. Well, before I tell you that, the only other thing he said that I found on that thread was, I'm looking to catch my... Someone said, hey, are you looking at any other third parties at the moment? He said, I'm looking to catch my breath for a moment and listen, learn, and explore. I do not know what the best path forward is for the left other than it is not the corporately captured Democratic Party. Cool, whatever. So then MPP responded to his tweet. It's been a joy building together with you. We're grateful for your continuing support, blah, blah, blah. We believe that building a working class party means welcoming those who agree with our vision and policies, even if they don't use the same ideological terms. Okay? Now, if you read the platform, ooh, this is going to be so good. Okay, wait. So someone responded to that thread with, just in case anyone missed the tweet that MPP deleted, we've been saying this since 2016. Everything Nick Brana touches turns into a dumpster fire. And then this is the tweet they're referring to. MPP tweeted this, I guess, a few years ago. Not a few years ago, but a while back, saying, most Americans are progressive on the issues. They supported Bernie and his campaign platform. But when you ask them to describe their political leanings, they say center-right. The policies bring us together and can transform this country. And then they link to an article that says the U.S. remained center-right ideologically in 2019.
Oh, fuck.
So they're just like...
This is the party that you were telling me about that you were interested in, like, linking up with? Or...
I want to see what you had to say about their approach to.
Okay, we'll get into it, but keep
Okay,
going.
there's more.
Oh,
Okay,
okay, I didn't know. I thought that was it.
Yeah. Okay, so someone is responding saying, I'm confused. Some tweets from MPP sound like you're against center right wing, and now it seems like you want to be more center right wing. If you want to bring center right over to the MPP, that's awesome, but if you're changing the platform to count them in, that is bad news. I don't believe that's the case. But the tweet they're referring to is how MPP in July last year said, liberals are the reason Barack Obama got away with so much. He may have campaigned on hope and change, but he governed like a center-right corporatist who bailed out Wall Street, big banks, and working people suffered. So obviously, they're on the right page there, right? And then someone else responded, and I think this was very good, and this is pretty much what my opinion is for the most part, and this is the last thing I'll say before I let you rebut. Why are we focusing so much on the socialist label? I don't care what you call yourselves, just fight for Medicare for all and big money out of politics and reducing income inequality. Support these policies and keep fighting for them once you are in office. I believe a working class party across the spectrum will succeed more than a left-only party. I think we will have more success fighting for the issues we want this way. And then someone else said this, now some things are becoming more clear. Guess what? Many black people are progressive, always have been, some socialists. Also true. Many of them don't identify as progressive or socialist, even if they support the policies. Policy, focus.
A lot do.
A lot don't.
A lot.
A lot don't.
A lot don't.
A lot don't want to even associate with any kind of label that they feel like has any like history or anything.
Yeah, but that's because they've lost so
don't-
much faith
'cause
that they're
also-
like done with
But also, they don't
everything.
want to have to know enough about it to associate with a label. They want to just like know what they want out of someone who represents them.
Yeah.
That's what it's not even. It's not about them like knowing the history of fucking socialism and knowing if they want to identify as that or not. Like I don't think, but also I think that people shouldn't be afraid to use the word because I think that even especially now I think that it does have less. More and more, it's going to have that connotation less and less to where people will be able to accept it again.
Has
I
it
feel
worked
like.
for the Green Party?
The Green Party has a stigma, and I feel like it's because they actually did split the vote before. and that's kind of what, and people think about the Green Party in that way, and Democrats especially blame the Green Party because of Nader and shit.
Okay, but I liked your argument.
But saying split the vote, like I obviously I don't believe that like you shouldn't vote, because I mean I believe in third parties.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that that's how they always try to construe it, is that like the Green Party is like actively taking votes away from Democrats. Mm-hmm. And like I don't know, I feel like they just
shit. This is splitting it again, isn't it? Yeah.
No.
Oh no, wait.
But who cares?
But okay, but I like.
Wait, what the fuck? Is it not or is it?
Hold on.
You
but
said,
I liked your
no,
other
it's
argument.
not, and then you're like, okay, yeah, but who
about
cares?
the Green Party, about how they're like eco-socialists and like calling themselves green and like running on that more than anything else sort of has hurt them a lot.
Yes.
And that's what I feel like where this is coming from.
But it's like those are the things I also love about the party. Like,
sure, but it's not working. That's the problem. We're on board. Yeah. But the people across,
like I would identify as an eco-socialist.
Sure.
I don't think that many people would say that party is like just that label, or like hearing that. But all the policies that the Green Party has, pretty much everybody wants.
And that's what I'm saying. If you read the policies on the platform of MPP,
they
socialist.
They are the same policies. They are socialist policies.
If they in the end up doing the same shit, then fine. But I still think it's fucking lame and wishy-washy to be like. It's like wishy-washy when someone's like,
"What is wishy-washy?
What's up with you and Jessica?" It's like, are you a thing? It's like, we don't really do labels, and it seems kind of like fucking dumb. Like, labels matter, like, to a certain degree. Like,
okay, labels are hurting.
Being really
in this case.
anti-label is like dumb.
No, it's not even anti-label. It's more just like, let's try not to only appeal to the people who already believe the stuff we're talking about.
Those aren't our target right now. Yeah. We already have them, but they want to be a working class party. That means Republican working class.
Anybody who's okay right now with the label socialist being ascribed to their political beliefs.
We've already got them. They're fine.
Already on our team. They already want the same things, but some of those people still vote Democrat.
Right.
Even though there is a socialist party. There are so many people who would identify as socialist who vote Democrat. So that's a whole different thing.
Yeah, that's a whole different thing.
Because it's like, there's obviously there's Republicans who aren't going to vote Green, but there's so many Democrats who actually fucking want what the Greens want and not what Biden wants and would never vote Green.
And that's the point. There's Republicans that wouldn't vote Green, that wouldn't vote Democrat, but there are working class Republicans that can be benefited by the socialist programs if we just don't call them socialists now.
As long as you're using the platform of like a working class platform,
yes.
It will work.
I think,
and isn't that like Rainbow Coalition? Like,
yes.
I was about to say we should really watch Judas and the Black Messiah after this, because like,
okay, we can.
Just watch.
Yeah, we should. I'm down, but
really good.
But isn't the argument true that the left is too divided and all these groups are fighting at each other and yelling at each other and like doing their own thing, and that's why nothing's getting done, because we are not coming together. And something MPP is going to do is make a coalition. Actually, that is in their plan.
This is the thing, though. There's already tons of drama around this. It hasn't even happened.
Yeah. There's a whole other thing of drama I haven't even told y'all
That's
about.
what I'm saying. There's already so much of the left just fucking fucking going after each other and basically
so
like for how you want to identify as, this, what's your ideology? Oh, you're not socialist enough. You're not outwardly left enough. And it's like,
then what, all or nothing right now? We have to make progress.
I also think that like, you're always gonna lose some working class people if the emphasis is more on like the being morally superior kind of shit. The kind of like cultural, like you guys are like you just don't understand, like kind of because it's like they're not gonna be there. Like on some of that shit, on some of the social shit, like we can't
culturally it will be different for a while.
We can't expect them to be, but those policies do appeal to everyone.
Yes.
But people's argument is, do we have to really, like, we're not
pandering, we're not changing the platform at all. The policies are there.
But do you have to remove like the kind of like, I don't know, like anti-racist sentiment? They have a whole
thing on their platform of racial justice. They haven't removed anything.
Okay, well that I don't know. That's the main criticism I've seen, is that people are like, well, they just want to be like, oh, we shouldn't focus on cultural stuff and identity politics. But are they gonna remove like stuff that specifically is about benefiting people of color and shit like that?
It's all up and down the platform.
So yeah,
the people with these criticisms just they haven't read the platform. Well, the other big criticism is that they're capitalistic, and I didn't see that in the platform at all. But maybe if y'all take a gander,
I don't know.
Maybe
he just disagreed with I don't know, It's like something.
That wasn't him saying. Well, he was saying it wasn't socialist enough, so I guess that has to imply that it's
Yeah.
capitalistic. I don't understand how.
Well,
I know
that's weird. I mean, also
Jimmy Dore.
What
I was
about-
going to ask
that's
you, what
really
happened?
that's one of the
about him?
main reasons that people are probably
What? What about him?
like
Because he had that Boogaloo boy
outwardly
on.
against
Oh,
this. The thing was, there was a clip of this Boogaloo boy fucking guy who was fucking Boogaloo dude.
Boogaloo boo.
Who was like giving a speech outside somewhere during a protest, and he was saying like, basically like, Antifa and like the left, like we share like a common enemy, and it's like the 1% in the state who are like corrupt, and they're like, you know, basically like oppressive government and that's run by corporations, like just saying things that are like, okay, yeah, and basically like Jimmy was playing that on his show, and I think he even got the guy to get on there or something. It was just talking about like, you know, like the guy was basically calling for the left and right to unite because like he was saying people on the far right, basically some of them, I don't know, this is very hard for me to
Let's watch it.
to understand.
Let's
too,
watch that part of it.
Any of that to me also just sounds like, okay, like yeah, they're populist to an extent. I guess they also want Medicare for all, but if they also want Medicare for all and like fucking
To hurt
are
people?
racist, like I don't know.
It
Like,
doesn't really make well.
I mean, it's fine. No, it's fine. Like I don't like. I'm not. But I just like. I don't know how you appeal to that, and like, how do you and accept that or anything?
Not accept. None of this is about saying, "Hey, I like all the ideas that you
'Cause
have."
it's like
about saying, "Let me show you a better
There's
way."
probably some Boogaloo boys and Proud Boys that maybe they're more economically left. Like when you think about it.
What's the one place they've been left to go? Trump's
populist,
cults. Right?
Yeah,
because there's
whatever.
not a place for them to start to look at other ideas and different ways to see and treat the world. Do you see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's like, let me show you how the oligarchy that you're like worshiping is not for you. As a working class person, as this, you know, status of citizen, like, let me show you that part first. And then obviously you can work from there on cultural stuff, but how else do you get another party with enough votes?
Well, I feel like you know, the main argument of Bernie's campaign was that we're going to tap into all the people who don't vote. And I feel like
that
that's,
too.
but that can be tapped into way more easily to me than like
both.
the moderate Republicans.
Does a viable third party not have to do both right now? We have to do both.
Yeah, I guess so.
We need.
I'm sympathetic to the argument that like right-wing populism is just always going to lead to fascism. You know,
We're not going to do anything policy-wise. We're just welcoming those people
Yeah.
to join our platform and see how we can work for you.
Yes, it's my biggest criticism. My like
Right.
might give a fuck to like
Yeah.
appeal to those people who's like beyond -0.
Yeah, but you have to believe in changing something for the better.
Yeah, no,
I mean,
we
there
can't.
has to be some hope.
We're not gonna just write people off because
Right,
right
they're
now
still-
they're QAnon people. Those
Right.
people are like
They can be
sad and
obviously-
lost. They've been fucked over in the same ways as other people. Like, I mean, you know, and I don't know. I feel like it's easy to just be like, well, those people are just racist and they are just horrible.
You know,
and
they
it's
deserve
like,
to starve
and
and
it's
die,
like maybe they're fucking horrible. Like, you know, like a lot of people have migrated to the worst kinds of views on the internet, and just because they haven't been exposed to or convinced of the same stuff that we have doesn't necessarily mean they're fucking evil.
No.
Like, and I don't
They're
really
misguided as fuck.
I don't want them to attack the Capitol, but I also don't want all of them to fucking
I do want them to attack the council.
I
just want it for different reasons.
Yeah, I wasn't, and I wasn't. No, I'm saying like I wasn't like cheering for them to all get shot either when they were
Right.
doing it. I wasn't like, oh, these people are just like fucking scum. Like, just like
I'm not happy that people died.
Yeah,
The whole thing was dope.
and I don't know. I just there has to be something said about being able to reach those people, but at the same time, it's like we have to reach them in a way that's like very clear about like not accepting parts of what they've been kind of conditioned to.
The platform lays it
think.
out.
Fred Hampton did it.
I want y'all, maybe our homework assignment can be y'all read that platform or skim it,
Yeah.
and we can talk about it next time, because I want to know your opinion on it.
I was on like I watched like the live stream of like the fucking like conference you
did?
Yeah, when they
Oh,
were first
cool.
doing it back
Cool.
when they started it. And like no, I've always I've liked
It
the
sounds
I've
good,
liked
right?
the
Like-
idea the whole time, because to me it does seem like the Green Party has like this stigma around it, and like people already view it a certain way, and they kind of write it off.
And I like the Green Party.
I love
it's just
the
that it's not
Greens.
working.
But
that's
it's just
all.
like they're like,
feel like I
they're
was
the
disenthused about-
far left, they're the kooky left,
exactly.
and we're not gonna like really,
You're not going to get
value.
anyone on the right to ever even look at.
Oh hell no.
That's the issue. That's the problem. I'm so far over
Yeah.
anything that has to do with the Democratic Party. Planting moles in there over 3 decades is going to get us where? I don't know.
I don't
But it's
know.
not fast enough is what I know. People are dying. Our
just
climate's dying.
At this point, we're just waiting for AOC to turn into Pelosi.
Shit.
Just give her 30 years.
I see it happening.
Like it's like I don't care. Like I don't know.
That's how I feel. I want something totally new, and I kind of see that in this. The other part of the drama was a lot of stuff you were talking about, like inter-leftist organization drama. So, like, Our Revolution is apparently something Bernie started. There's an Our Revolution LA, and MPP has an open Slack, the app where you can talk.
Oh yeah.
And so there's open Slack, and there's been a bunch of drama on there about, really stupid stuff, name calling. They're not listening to us. They deleted some users. Like, they're not listening to the membership.
wow.
The advisory council wasn't elected. It was put together. It's like, yeah, it's a bunch of celebrities and leftist commentators. Yeah, it has to be that way.
I'll never forget the Seattle anarchists had a problem with the one dude, with a member who basically like more or less crowned himself like the king of socialism. And it
Nice.
was like,
Cool.
Yeah, so like we're all gonna own the means, but I'm gonna have all access to it, and it's all gonna
That's what some of
belong to
these people-
me.
yeah.
And it's like, so you're a king basically. He's like, nah, but like it's socialism. We all own this. And it's like, I don't think that's how that goes.
You trying to pull a fast one. Like,
That's
Wait
what some of
a
these people are
minute.
feeling about MPP, but I think it's
What?
just communication drama. People not agreeing.
even that people are thinking that they're really trying to be just like any other party.
And that's my argument as why like
Just
people
like-
like labels or whatever are kind of
Yeah.
important, because like then you don't realize like, oh fucking we're just capitalists, like we're just called by a different name and
Well, that's why I want y'all to read that platform and tell me if I'm
I know,
tripping.
no, I definitely need to read it more because I don't know enough to fucking say.
Yeah, I would like. I have a lot of questions about it. Actually, it brought up a lot of good ideas.
There's a couple of searches I generally do to find both sides of the story and and if
Yeah,
one
that would
side
help.
if one side feels especially high schooly, I'm gonna be concerned.
That's what the rest of this drama to me felt like was just high school stuff, like people just not agreeing, and then the MPP was like, no, the people we deleted were insurgents, or they were trying to take people away from our party to bring them back to the Democrats or something. It got really weird and stupid, so I didn't really,
That sounds fucking really dumb.
yeah, I didn't look too much into it. I mean, I did. I pulled up stuff, but I don't think it's worth even talking about. But other than that, that's the only criticism I found of MPP. So I'm considering, like, joining and like volunteering and like canvassing, and like they have like an ambassador program, and I'm gonna look more at like the history of their calls because they put them
Yeah.
all on YouTube. So like they're like weekly calls with everyone. I'm gonna look at those first and decide. But so far sounds good.
I mean the people who are involved, like, I mean I like most of them. It's
A lot of them are Bernie people.
Nina Turner and Cornell West. Is Nina in it? She is in it,
I
right?
don't know if she's because some people like spoke at the convention, but that was where it ended,
Oh really?
from what I can tell.
Cornell West is in
Yeah,
it.
he's on the advisory board for sure. Ryan was and is no longer. Susan Sarandon is on there. Is on the advisory board. She's cool.
I fuck with
Yeah,
it.
she's dope.
People hate her.
Why?
Democrats hated her.
Why is that? Why?
Because she was just very like vocal. She's like pro Bernie and shit. She's very like
It was a very not popular thing.
people.
Why do they hate her more than anyone
She would
else?
criticize. I remember like when I think she criticized Hillary during the 2016 election, and then Biden too, and like all this shit, and just fucking old Hollywood Democrats. Well, the rest of them,
Oh,
the
yeah,
rest
that
of them.
makes sense.
Yeah,
then. Yeah,
whoever
that does
would.
make sense.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely into it because I just think why not try something else?
Exactly.
Let's
Why
try it.
not try?
Let's try it.
What's it gonna hurt?
People are like, oh no, now we have.
2 Green parties?
No. The people are like, oh, we have a Democratic, like House and Senate and
Okay,
president.
suck my ass.
Now we can never vote.
Cool.
We have to always keep it this way. We can never vote for another party
Please,
ever now.
Please.
That's
please.
I'm
That's
just telling
the
you.
dumbest shit I've ever heard.
Well, it's gonna be what all you hear. If this ever picks up and starts gaining traction to like maybe have the Democrats lose votes, oh
Good.
no, they're gonna fucking lose
That's
their
great.
shit. Why so President Ted Cruz can destroy our country?
You know that's gonna happen.
I don't know what
You
the
know
fuck's
Ted
I
Cruz
don't
is
know
gonna
what-
run for
I don't-
president.
or Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Who's that?
You don't know who that is?
No. Oh wait. She's a QAnon.
Yeah.
Yes, cool.
Okay.
Oh man, that was scary for a
That
second.
lady.
But yeah, I think she could run too.
Oh, she'll fucking win. She's so more in touch with the base.
She's so popular.
and at this point than anyone else.
That's really scary. Can you imagine
She's
Q
the
as
only
president?
one talking about the Jewish space laser.
What if she was a shaman?
Huh? She
Sent
is.
by the English.
What's her sign?
Jewish
What's-
space laser.
What's Marjorie Taylor Greene's sign?
Bet she's a Gemini.
Why? Tell me why.
Star reasons.
It's in my blood.
But yeah, I was trying to find if Howie had said that.
The Greens are just in a difficult
I
position.
love the Greens.
I love them. Please do not get me wrong.
I
I
love
love,
you- I
them.
love them.
I was thinking about going to work for them before this People's Party thing
They're really
came to my
they're
attention.
really awesome.
The Green Party.
Oh, yeah.
Mouse checked out.
But I
Well,
mean,
no.
Mal, do you?
It's like-
How do you feel though about the idea of that we could actually get through to some QAnon people,
We would have to welcome them first.
and to get them to actually understand? And we don't even have to get them to fully reject their philosophy in terms of the
God, that's
billionaire pedophiles.
I mean, they already hate billionaires.
The billionaires are still pedophiles.
We're one step.
That doesn't change.
Sure.
But
Okay.
giving billionaires more power, bad.
Real bad.
We don't do that anymore.
don't
Actually,
do
make them pay more
Regulation bad.
For your health care.
For
you.
It's funny to think about like how you could actually. I don't think it would be that hard, but I think it would take a lot of holding back our just disdain for the dumb shit they think currently.
No, we do not have to condone.
No, but we also can't be like, okay, this is why you're so fucking stupid. Like, you know what I mean?
Correct.
But just like, which is like what you want to do to someone who believes in Jewish space lasers.
Yes.
Yes.
But if we have any hope at all, we need
Yeah.
a safe space for all working class people.
Whether you believe Tom Hanks keeps 5-year-old children tied up in his basement, or you think everyone should have health care,
We are the same.
we're the same. And
I am you, you are me.
I'm you, you're me. You think Chrissy Teigen had a miscarriage on purpose so she could eat her baby, and I think that public universities should be tuition free. We're the same.
Jeepers creepers.
But yeah, very, very interesting the ways to think about how we could get through to some of those people.
Well, I hope next recording we look at the platform together, because everything else I have has to do with the platform, and I have some questions for you guys and some ideas I have that I want to see what you think about. But we'll save that because I want to give Mal a chance to tell us some of the things he's been writing down here.
But we probably talked long enough about the People's Party thing.
Yeah.
Um,
So Mal has a list here.
okay.
I went through most of them, actually. Let's see.
Okay.
I was going to talk about city stuff, but fuck that. That could take hours.
No, we can talk about city stuff.
Do we want to break and get Mo in here, or do we still want to?
Oh, yeah, let's definitely do that. It's fucking late as fuck already.
And then we can talk about this stuff when Mo's here.
Kind of, yeah.
Or do you want to
Yeah,
let
yeah.
Mo just ask questions
What the
about stuff,
fuck?
or what?
Isn't he just going to come over?
Yeah, text him and tell him to come.
Yeah, tell him come out. Okay.
Word. Yeah, just because, like, it's going to be city stuff.
What?
City stuff.
City stuff. We're gonna talk about city stuff.
You fucking early water boy.
He said brown, 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 brown.
Whoa.
Whoa.
All right, now we're gonna
Whoa.
freestyle.
No, we're not.
Yeah, we are.
I've never done that before. I'm not doing it.
Just boots and kids.
I don't know how to do that.
Boots and kids.
I'm actually so impressed by people who can like come up with stuff that willy-nilly, like, ew, willy-nilly, what the fuck? That yeah, that was really bad.
Whoa, if that's
What's been happening
if that's
to
what
me
comes
lately?
out of your head, just like
Yeah, that's
on
why I
just
can't.
That, you could not
I
freestyle.
can't. I'm not gonna do that. I don't think I would be very good at all.
Something mom spaghetti.
You be saying,
Could you do it?
Gosh
Fuck
darn
no.
it and stuff.
I can't even shit on the
Yeah.
fly.
Yeah, that's my problem. Is I'm not improv.
Now, one thing though, when we're like, just try to like talk clear, like when you're, because I feel like I do it bad, but sometimes I'm hearing you and you're just something like that.
Sometimes I'm trying to say it like real under my breath.
Yeah, and it's going.
He's like a space alien.
It's like zooming through.
Zoom, 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 zoom.
Put a disclaimer at the beginning and just be like, there will be noises that are going to
We will have subtitles for
marked
this
as
member only.
unintelligible.
Mal starts zooming.
You have to put your own subtitles in.
Starts zooming.
Mal zooming again. That's really cute. A little zoom zoom.
We're
I think that's
recording.
a
Bing,
Peppa
bing,
Pig
bong.
song.
What?
Bing bing bong.
Bing, bing, bong.
No,
Trump
no.
did it. Bing bong. Remember?
Well, if Trump did it.
Remember all of the like little clips of him going bing.
No, I do
Bong,
not.
bing.
I missed it.
I
That
swear,
sounds lovely.
He does it a lot.
He does it a lot.
Find it.
Bing, bing. I love it. I love it. I'm sitting there tweeting. Bing, bing, bing. You press a button. Bing, bing. They all hand you checks. Bing, 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 bing. We had our beautiful Marine standing there. Bing, 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 bing. You know, the old days. Bing, bong. You know, with the map. Bing,
You've never
bing,
seen
bing.
this?
Little mouth on him. Bing, bing, bing.
Yeah, he did it
Bing,
all
bing,
the
bing,
time.
bing,
I
bing,
must thought
bing,
this was just
bing.
normal
They're
for him.
cleaning up. Fix it up. Bing, bing,
Apparently
bing.
it is.
14-point plan. Bing, bing, bing. Anthony Weiner.
That's
you know,
incredible.
the little bing, bing, bing. Everyone's attacked me has gone bing. Everyone else, bing. Where have they gone? Bing. Wow, what a tackle.
Okay, you know what this is
Playing
like?
Cards. Bing, bing.
This is like when Mal says da 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 da.
Oh, okay, yeah, it honestly kind of is.
Molly, I'm not the president.
I
Thank
but
God.
No, but I'm just saying, like that's what he's doing. He's basically just it's like a yada yada.
placeholder.
It's like instead of saying anything, it's just like, you know what they did? They bing bing bing, and then they like, it's just like
Bada bing, bada boom.
it literally.
Did you know that somebody was like literally like I forgot when it was
Bing, bing,
close
bing.
friends
Bong, bong, bong.
was like, you do know he watches like way too much Godfather and fucking Sopranos, right?
Yeah, right.
Like he really legitimately does think he's like a gangster dude. Like
That's wild.
fucking.
He's the
"Hey,
furthest."
My boy's gonna take you out back and rough you up if you don't wise up. Like
He
fucking.
literally, he
really
legitimately, he
thinks-
used to brag about knowing mafia people.
He-
like openly, he'd be
I
like,
think
"Oh, I know mafia."
He was the one that like somebody told me that he was like he heard that people were calling him like the Don, and he was like, "Fuck yeah, I love that shit." Oh yeah, he's like, "Call it to me."
That's so gross.
Yeah, like fucking yeah. I
Hell
think,
yeah.
I think the Donald at first called himself that.
Hell yeah. He's somewhere right now smoking a fat cigar, mailing
Try
a
to impeach me.
mailing a pig's head
I'll show you
to
a
Nancy
peach.
Pelosi's house.
Damn.
Yeah, remember when that like there
A
was
horse's head in the sheets.
Is that what it was? It was a
Classic.
horse's head.
Remember that like
Horse head.
2 months where they tried really hard to kill
Okay.
Democrats, like really bad. Like we just found like a shit ton of pipe bombs and like I want to fucking kill like fucking Hillary Clinton and Trump told me to do it and like
So the insurrection at the Capitol?
no, but like the other one where it was like a different where
Oh, it was the guy who sent pipe bombs.
Yeah.
In the mail.
What happened to the pipe bombs at the Capitol? Why was that never touched on again?
I think they got the guy and they didn't blow up, but like they also just they wanted to be like fuck that happened.
Yeah.
They just really wanted to be like, I mean, if the motherfucker's name was like Abdul Shareem something, you bet it would fucking be like
I
all
guess
over the
because it was
news.
some white guy. who's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
news.
yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It does seem like they did not talk about the fact that there was pipe bombs there. Very
You would think that
much.
some investigative journalists would be all over that, but maybe I don't know.
You would think that fucking dude like blowing himself up in the middle of that city square would like be bigger news other than like 3 days. I didn't hear about it very much.
What?
That dude who like blew himself up.
Where was that?
What? Philadelphia? Like what?
When?
Like recently? Like
For
last,
what?
like he just blew himself the fuck. He just like I forgot. He wanted a building and like he hated like FedEx or something. And he was like,
Oh,
fuck
this
this
sounds
building.
a little more familiar.
He like, hey, I forgot what company it was, but like he's like, fuck this building in particular, and then like just load like they found like his girlfriend had called like the cops like a year in advance, being like, so like I just broke up with my boyfriend, and he literally has like journals on being like, I'm gonna blow myself up. I love to make bombs, and I'm gonna make bombs, and I fucking hate my life, and da 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 da. And like they're like, yeah, we drove by his house, didn't find nothing, and then like a year to the day, he like puts like a shit ton of C4 in like a FedEx truck and then just drives it in the middle of the town and then like blows up.
That's a fucking yikes.
Ah, fuck. Where?
Trevor just looked up FedEx blow up guy into YouTube. Did not return results.
Delivery guy.
Suicide bomb.
Yeah,
Suicide bomb delivery guy. I don't see this.
Damn, this is not. This
Mal, is this a fever dream?
Dude, this
Dude.
just happened.
Mal,
Please,
were you tripping?
You can't
Dude.
keep saying
Mal,
things
you're-
and then have to immediately retract them
Oh
because
my
you're like,
God,
oh wait, I
it's
made that up
You're,
on the top of my
you're
head.
misguiding the American people,
No,
Mal.
it fucking happened. What are you talking about?
He just goes. He tells like a 5-minute story, and then he's like, "Wait, oh shit!"
like, "Wait
and
a
he gets
minute."
on his phone. He's like, "Okay, wait,
made
actually,
that up.
yeah." It turns out I just made all that up off the top of my head, and none
Nashville
of it's true.
Christmas Day bomber, you bitch. Look it up right
Oh, it was on
now.
Christmas?
Ooh, that changes everything, dude.
That's a whole nother story.
That's a holiday bombing.
That's a holiday.
It's a holiday
That's a
bombing.
piping hot holiday bombing.
That's Christ attached to this.
Wait, what is it called?
I typed in "man blows himself up" and I got it. Fuck you.
Damn.
Oh wow. Well, you didn't.
Oh,
Maybe you
wow.
shouldn't have said anything about FedEx because that's what I typed in.
Wait, didn't you have a whole backstory how he was like disgruntled from FedEx or?
He was. It turns out he was mad about Christmas, and he was mad that he
I
couldn't
said I
find
don't
the
know
toy.
which company it
the
was,
toy
but
that
he
his
got in
son.
the
It's
truck and
actually
blew
it's a
himself up.
Jingle All the Way situation.
Oh.
Wasn't there like a delivery
AT&T,
guy in
fuck
Jingle
you.
All the Way who wanted to blow him up or something?
Wait, did you say AT&T?
AT&T.
Mal, we're gonna have to get more accurate on this reporting business.
Holy shit! I said it. I opened it with like I don't know which company in particular, but like he got something like a FedEx truck.
Yeah.
But it was an AT&T van.
Well, that's again, it's
AT&T
similar.
building.
Oh,
No,
AT&T
it's not
building.
really that similar.
He said, "Fuck this building in particular."
Okay, so this is what I found. These are blow up Christmas decorations on the videos I found of them.
Well, because all you typed into YouTube was Christmas blow up, you ding dong.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
That could have gone either way, actually.
You're so-
You said, what should I type in holiday bomb?
Christmas bomb 2020 would have been pretty good, I think.
Yeah, this explosion was like,
Are we gonna see a guy blow up
yeah,
on YouTube?
yeah.
Yeah, guys explode on YouTube.
Are you serious?
I
You never seen guys explode on YouTube?
This didn't kill
Should I
anyone.
close?
This didn't kill anybody but the guy.
Should I close my eyes?
He just didn't kill anybody but the guy.
I don't want to see a guy die.
Oh well, it was instantaneous.
Yeah.
Are those like body parts?
No, there was nothing to bury. He blew up.
Yeah,
in
no,
the
it's fine. The guy's actually okay.
He's totally
This is
chill.
not funny. This poor guy killed himself.
He's a poor guy.
You need to chill.
What
This
you
is
didn't even
a-
believe in
this
us
is- this is a
30
working
seconds. This guy
class.
you didn't know existed 30 seconds ago, and whose
Yeah.
validity of existence you
Exactly.
doubted.
I mean, isn't that wild? He just walked into an empty street and blew his fucking
Yeah, I
self
forgot.
out?
He had like a manifesto, but I forgot what was in it.
Where did he leave it?
I think at his house.
God. Cool. All right. Anyway.
Never mind. You should have. Sounds like you shouldn't have wrote that down.
Maybe that's why he said he didn't have anything left.
I don't
We
remember
did pressure him.
I also don't remember what else I meant by that. It was so long since I wrote it. City stuff meant like
Oh.
a billion things, and now it's been like 3 hours. So I don't remember.
All right,
I
further down
understand.
the list. Further down the list.
What else you got?
I was going to talk to y'all about smelting because
Okay, what is smelting?
What is a smelt?
you can like it's a fucking like just a furnace that you like smelt anything in like aluminum,
Okay.
Minecraft?
Okay, yeah.
railroad spikes,
You smelt things.
and then you pour it into other shit, and you can make other shit.
And
That's really cool, and I want to have one. I want to own one.
this is what made them.
This is
That's
what you
really
had?
cute. That's really cute.
wanna
That's
own
really
one.
sweet. He's like, I would like one. Thank you.
I like
take
this. I'm gonna write down a sticky note, and you're gonna just tell us that you like it.
And I want one.
I didn't know what we were gonna talk about this podcast. All right.
All right, let's start the GoFundMe. Let's start it for Mouse Schmelter.
I want him to smelt.
I also wrote Netflix. on
What
it.
would you smelt?
I don't know
What
why.
would you make?
You also wrote you wrote Netflix down. You don't know why.
Yeah.
Because you're supposed to watch the trial of the
Oh, yeah.
Chicago 7.
You're right.
So write it down.
Netflix.
So this is not a sticky note.
This was Mal's personal to-do list.
This isn't.
Get a smelter.
Okay, so I was mistaken. Not topics that you were brainstorming for the
This is
show.
Not for the
We
podcast.
were basically.
This is
wrapped up.
you. Okay, this is for you later.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some of
All
this
right.
is. Sci movie is also really weird.
Well, I guess that means that we're wrapped up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're done. It seems like Mal's pretty checked out. I think this is
It's a
coming to
wrap.
a close.
Hitting the bottom of a barrel now.
This was a test run of something. We'll see.